there everyone, welcome to the Chop Cities online class. Today we are going to be learning how to make pop-up, and here are the ingredients and materials you'll be needing. A bowl for mixing, flour, measuring scale, measuring cups and spoon. Then this is vanilla essence. It's not necessary, but if you need extra flavor you can decide to add it. Then yeast, egg is not also important if you are doing this for business purpose to save extra cost. Then this is sugar. We're going to be adding a pinch of salt, then vegetable oil for frying. So when measuring flour using measuring cups, it's important that you don't just dip the cup into the bucket where you put your flour. If not, you're going to get an inaccurate measurement. So what you're going to do is you're going to fluff it and scoop it. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So if you have a kitchen scale, it makes your work if you have a when measuring using measuring cups, it's important not to just dip the cup into the bucket where you put your flour. What you do is you fluff and you scoop to get an accurate measurement. I'm going to be demonstrating how to do that. So 1 cup of flour should measure exactly 120 grams, and you can also use your kitchen scales to measure accurately. So this is what I mean by fluffing it, and then you just scoop it inside. So looking at this, you can see that it's exactly 120 grams. That is what we're going for. So this is 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to be making 4.5 cups of flour because we're a family of 7, and 1 cup of flour should do approximately 15 balls of pop-up depending on the sizes that you are cutting it. So I'm going to be putting 4.5 cups of flour into the bowl where I'm going to be mixing my batter. So this is 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to be measuring the 2nd cup using my kitchen scale alone. Okay. So I have my 4 cups of flour here, which can be equivalent to 480 grams. Then this is 160 grams of sugar, granulated sugar. You can see that it's not full, so it is about, let's say, 3/4 cup. Then this is 1/3 cup of milk. This is actually powdered milk that I mixed with water myself. Then this is 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. 1.5 rather, the old sachet. That's what I use. This is exactly what I used, everything. Then this is 1 egg, and I'm going to measure 2 teaspoons of my vanilla essence. So I'm going to put everything together, so I'm going to mix them together. Like I said, the vanilla essence and the egg are not really necessary if you are doing this for business purpose. So I'm going to be adding 2 cups of lukewarm water. I warm this to the touch, so it's not too hot, neither is it too cold. If it's too hot, it kills the yeast. That reminds me, I forgot to add yeast. This is 1 tablespoon of yeast. 1 tablespoon of yeast. Please note that you should not add too much yeast with the intention of making it want to rise. Yeast eats up sugar, so the more you add, by the time you've left your batter to rise, when it's risen, the sugar is already eaten up and it's gone tasteless and sour. So I'm going to be adding 2 cups of lukewarm water. So I'm going to be mixing this together. Now we want our batter to be thick so that the final outcome of the puff will have a full and chewy puff, not a light and airy one. So you're just going to mix this like this. Now as you can see, my butter is too thick because flour varies. The flour varies depending on their water capacity, water retaining capacity. So I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons more of water. So I've added in 2 tablespoons of water and I'm going to stir it together. So I'm done mixing and this is what I get. As you can see, the butter is thick, and don't worry about the thickness. By the time it's risen, it's losing out a bit. So I'm going to leave this for exactly 1 hour to rise. I'm going to keep it for 1 hour. So you can cover this with a cling film or a kitchen towel, and you're going to leave it in a warm place for 1 hour to rise. Okay, so it's exactly 1 hour, and as you can see, it has doubled in size. So we're going to, before I start frying, I want to turn it a bit to remove any trapped bubbles that is inside. It's important that you do this so you don't have an airy puff. That's it. So I like to dip my hand in a little bit of water for easy release of the dough, of the batter rather, when I'm puffing. So I don't know if my oil is hot yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop a little bit and put it inside. Now as you can see, it rose up, so I know that my oil is hot enough and I can start scooping and frying. Use the tip of your fingers, you scoop it, and then you dip it in. If it's getting difficult for you to scoop into the oil, you just have to dip your fingers in a little bit of water, and then you just continue the same process.